Welcome to an all-new episode of Looks and Wisdom Sundays with me, Oluchi B. Our forever late selves are doing makeup in the bathroom. The smallest one we could find. Let's get ready for VOW. Lieutenant Darling.
We'll speak. Oh, now you're complimenting after you got loud.
How you doing?
I'm good, how
I'm
are
alright,
you?
thanks. It's Mel D.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Maldi.
meet you too, Oluchi.
Okay.
This is Nompumelelo,
Hey, Mpumi.
but she's best known as
Hi.
Mpumi, as you say.
I'm good, how are you? I need this so I can push my fake Kim Kardashian. This is
Is it
This year I was Anna. This year I think I'm going to be Victoria Beckham this year.
also there's themes for everything.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Guys, we're not playing. This is not a playing situation. These are our games.
It is music coming through right here on VOW 88.1. A very good afternoon to you if you're just tuning in right now. It is about that time where we get into book club conversations on lunch. And today is no exception in a sense that we still bring you nothing but good conversations. And of course, authors that bring us good reads as well, as this team is always known to be very avid readers.
Did you guys read the copy I sent you?
We are
Tell me
avid
what's on page
readers.
44.
Oh, you're wait. Let's not
Let's
do
not
what.
lie.
Let's
Start
not.
reading today.
But here's what I'm gonna put out. Let's not do what traumatized me in high school, please. Yo, guys, I have so much trauma from all of that stuff. I have so much trauma.
Yeah.
Listen, the person joining us today is Oluchi B, who is a new author as her first book, I Before We, Now to Navigate Relationships Before by Putting Yourself First, is a non-fiction self-help healing guide that invites you to ask important questions in order for you to overcome. And she's joining us here on that lunch show. Good afternoon, Oluchi.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
We're fantastic, man. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good myself. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming. I mean, let's really get into the chat of the book.
Yes.
When I made reference to you coming through with the book earlier on, one of my pertinent questions and burning questions was the title in itself.
Yes.
I Before We.
Yeah, boy.
Let's get into that title before anything else. What inspired the title before the book?
Well, myself.
Period.
The book is written as myself as like sort of like the backdrop to get the people to understand the story, but it's not used as a way through the story, because the essence of the book is to get the reader to evaluate their own self. So the whole book is around self-mastery, and self-mastery is the process of analyzing yourself within and understanding what you are about before you present yourself to the world. That's why we have that I. So the I means you look at yourself in the mirror, you try to understand all these different matrix that make you in all these different compartments that we have in life. And then once you know the standpoint in which you're coming from, then you can go and present yourself to other people, which is why later on we say how to navigate relationships by putting yourself first. I remember I was on 702. They thought I was just talking about romantic relationships. No, I'm talking about any partnership that you have outside of yourself, your relationship with the gym, your relationship with food, your relationship with your mother, your relationship with the job, your artistry, any output that you have outside of yourself is actually a relationship. So the I sits strongly alone, because in order for you to navigate life easier, you need to understand yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's touch a bit on your personal experience and how it sort of shaped the book as well, because it sounds like you had to go through a moment of self-reflection, self-retrospect as well, really understanding yourself from a place of not possibly mastering yourself. You know what I mean? So you had to do an identity search. So take us through that journey and how it looked like.
It's called a SWOT analysis, darling. The ones that do accounting will tell you it's called a SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
So in 2017, well, the whole, like, you will always have something like that triggers sort of like an awakening, a self-understanding. There will always be something that leads you to that point where you're like, oh, I need to do something about myself. And for me, that happened late in 2016, when my father passed away. And that was a trigger. I've never had anybody pass away in my life. And it just happened to be the only person who I had the strongest relationship with in this world. And then 2017 then came. It was just like an accumulation of everything. I was unhappy in the job that I had. I was unhappy in the relationship that I had. I was unhappy with the friendships. I was just unhappy in general about my standing in life. And I just kept asking God, what must I do? Because really, I don't want to proceed in life in this direction, because I'm perpetually unhappy and I'm depressed. I've got anxiety. I've got all these things that are pulling me back. And then in 2018, the book starts in 2018 when I went to a BFFcation with my best friend at the time in Cape Town. And I was like, what can I do? And it was like, well, stop drinking alcohol, because you're drowning all your problems in alcohol. Maybe you will see something when you stop drinking alcohol. And that's when it started, because when I stopped drinking, then you're just sitting with yourself and you're like,
reality has dawned.
And then that's when the whole thing started. Am I happy with my job? No. And why am I unhappy there? Blah, blah, blah. Why am I unhappy with my relationship? Oh, he's not treating me. This is a toxic relationship. Blah blah blah. We what do the people call it? Trauma bonding relationship. All of these things literally sat at the base of the fact that I was traumatized as a child. I had trauma. I had shadows. I had generational curses that were accumulating that needed to be cleaned. And then that's where we started and dealt with.
Dirk featuring Sophia Nzau with Mwaki right here on VOW 88.1. It is about that time where we get into your news, headlines, and of course your sport bulletin.
Making headlines on VOW News at this hour. EFFSC adverts calls for Imbizo to address student registration and accommodation crisis. The DA in the Gauteng warning of deepening water crisis as Johannesburg Water reports dangerously low reservoir levels across multiple regions. I'll have more at the top of the hour.
Ready to go? Sure. Let's go in.
It's the bottom of the hour and I'm back with your last full sports bulletin. Good afternoon. Let's kick things off in the world of football. The PSL have announced that they will postpone the Nedbank Cup round of 16 fixture involving Royal AM on Saturday due to the...
I'll be back in 2010.
My happening tomorrow is that it's World Radio Day, and the way in which we're executing it as VOW is that we're turning back the clock to 20. When it says you help people recognize their pattern.
Yes. You have to recognize the pattern.
Yeah, I'm a person who has habitual patterns and they're not good. Okay. And I acknowledge that I have patterns, but I don't even know how to dispel those patterns and break that cycle. How do you do it?
Well, I always say to people, like, one of the first things, so my book is like in chronological order in terms of how you do things. So the first part is to listen, and then the second part is to sit in solitude. What you are getting into is intention. I always say to my clients, you have to decide what you want for yourself. Some patterns are just there to be patterns. There's nothing you need to do for yourself. It's not making you a sad person. It's not contributing negatively towards your life. Maybe you don't want to break that. But for the patterns that you do want to break, it starts with the first thing, your intention. why do you want to do it? Because that's going to drive you through the process of you breaking that pattern. I always say to people, my favorite thing to say is, I do give an example about my trauma bonding relationship. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be this person. Even when it was breaking down, I was like, I want to be there, because I wasn't understanding that I could choose better. So that intention is very strong, because even when you make that decision that you are breaking free from this pattern, you're still going to continue making it for some time until you're like, okay, because it really is a process. So that intention, are you really serious about? Because people are like, I want to lose weight, but they never do it. So that intention is never strong. So you need to go in the direction where you know you want to change. It's not necessary because you see it as a repeating pattern.
That is so true.
Conversations, and joining us is Oluchi B. Kolanisi.
As well, when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is putting myself first, having boundaries. No one must come before me. My feelings matter than the next person. Now that we know that the book emphasizes on self-awareness and personal growth, what was the most challenging part of your journey?
Oh, it was around letting go of relationships that were no longer serving me.
Oh, yes.
That was the hard part.
Yeah.
Like, you know people since you were like 5 years old. You know you want to go on this ascension. You know you see yourself as a different person in the future. It hasn't happened now, but you can see you know where you're going. And you need to let those people fall off. A friendship stage.
Oh, yes.
The friendship. I had a best friend, and we were friends since, I don't know, I'm getting emotional. I'm on my period. We were friends since we were like 15 years old. Since like high school, we grew up in Cape Town. We both had this dream of coming to Johannesburg. We came to Johannesburg. We went to UJ. We got to UJ. We did our thing. We got our degrees. We started working. We started forming families. She got married. I had my long-term relationship. And then 10 to 1, it's like, you guys have to separate. That was hard. That was harder than the relationship I was in. It was like, oh my God, I've known this person since they were like a child. So the friendships are harder than relationships. I don't even want to lie.
Yeah. Her name is Oluchi B, telling us and really explaining in depth as to what the book I Before We is really about, as it really, touches on themes of self-discovery and mastery, relationship navigation and boundaries, trauma healing and recovery, personal growth and empowerment. So stick around for that one. It's still gonna have more of the conversations as to where we can also get the book, etc. Loving this conversation. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm really glad that she actually said friendships hurt more than. Does that mean we're forced by society to go through it? But it is that moment where we're about to really wrap things up, a culmination of so many different conversations and themes that we really touched from the book.
We all have blind spots. If you guys give me 1 minute, the only thing I want to tell you is that we all have blind spots, and the blind spots come based on our understanding and our perception of the world. So when someone is speaking something to you, you already have a perception about it, so that creates a blind spot. So I always say to people, one of the most important things that are important about communication is not actually what you are saying, because you yourself, you know what you're saying, you know what you are trying to say. What's more important is comprehension. Comprehending what the next person is saying, what the next person, trying to understand the narrative from a different perspective, because you already know your perspective. And I always say to people, I'm flipping this because you don't know everything, and
I'm glad you played it safe there.
Able, it's because you don't know anything, and you're supposed to be able to change your perception and your understanding based on the information that you get from another person. So communication, you need to know that you have blind spots. Just the way in a car, you can't see everything, you can't understand everything, and that's because you come with a certain narrative about a lot of things. So when you are having a conversation, try to get to understand, to comprehend what the person is saying. Yeah.
When you love someone, even though they mess you up, they hurt you, it's not easy because you have a soft spot for them. It's not easy setting boundaries because you'll keep on saying, you'll give them a benefit of a doubt, right?
Yeah.
So you talk about setting boundaries. What advice would you give to someone struggling to enforce them?
If anybody is disrespecting your boundaries, they don't love you. that's the beginning and the end of it. Because boundaries are there to communicate to the next person how you want to be received by them. And if they don't respect how you want to be received, then you have no basis to be with that person. The boundaries are there to create a symbiotic relationship between you and the next person. It's never about
symbiotic.
putting a wall. It's about
let's say you didn't set the boundaries. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say we are friends, right? We've never set boundaries. We're friends. We love each other, right? And then you always hurt me and I forgive you. I've never set the boundaries before, but now I'm trying to set boundaries when it comes to my feelings, to know where to put you in life. But it's not easy because I have a soft spot for you. You are messing me up. I forgive you. We go back to the same spot. How do you then force yourself to try so hard to set the boundaries?
I love that so much because I make an example with the former best friend that I had. She was a very social person. Like, she was like the butterfly, social butterfly, had friends everywhere. I'm more of like, if there's an energy that's going to be coming into my space, I need to know beforehand. So there was we were at, I think when they were opening the waterfall corner, we were at La Parada. It was just supposed to be our BFF date. And then our friends happened to stay in the waterfall area, and then they came. And then she didn't tell me because she knows I will be like, oh, but. And then she had these friends come over. I was like, you know how I feel about this. I am just going to pack my bags. I'm going to order myself an Uber and I'm going to go. And that's exactly what I did. And then after that, she never had friends unprovoked. She would be like, hey, Tommy, there's a possibility of someone coming. Because it's not about how, it's about how you love me and I want to feel loved by you. And
Yo, me.
I before we.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
You look so good as well.
Thank
I'm gonna pop you a follow on social.
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the best.
Yes. Am I being flagged or what?
What do you want?
Which your BFF over there at Metro?
We gave you a
For
book.
an interview, yes.
Please plug me. I was listening to her this morning. I was like, hello, it could have been me. Otherwise, you're doing a great job. Congratulations on you guys' award. You guys are probably not going to get another one.
Why?
They're not going to give it to the same.
They will.
No,
Are
obviously.
they? You guys have connections in high places.
No, it's not about connections. It's about how good are you and
Okay.
how Twimble are you. So we're Twimble.
So if I Hello guys, we're at the AMPD studios. We're here to shoot. This is going to be our first time here, so we are so excited. Come. So this is what Bongeka, our guest for today. You know, we sabotaged the queen last year with that dark video we took. But she's always been fine, but I've always wanted to do.
Hi everybody.
How are you feeling?
I'm
Are
good.
you excited to be here today?
Yeah.
This is our first time shooting in a professional studio drama.
Yes, level.
And here is what the studio looks like.
But you do know delusional people change the world.
Exactly. That's why I was like,
Thank
God,
you.
why would you send me this message on
Please
a
send
phone?
it to me. Okay, but it's fine when we're done with everything.
I did send it to you on,
Item
on
focus
IG.
Let's pray quickly. I'll say a prayer.
Yes, Queen, thank you so much.
uNkulunkulu wethu onamandla onke, uNkulunkulu wethu ezimele, siyabonga ithuba lokuthi just to come together and congregate. I want to commit my beautiful sister and this incredible dream and gift that you gave her. I pray that you will bless it. I pray that Sianda, the one that comes after me. Those two live in the world of delusion. they call Sianda Mr. Delusion. Oh, I shouldn't come too close.
You don't have to, yes.
Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna strain me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Uluchi B, Looks and Wisdom. Take one in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of Looks and Wisdom Sundays with me, Oluchi B. Please say the B, aka the elusive pundit. Honey, how are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Maybe let's start with the partnership
Yes,
one, and
yes.
you remind me of some of the other things
No problem.
because there's quite a lot. I think definitely I agree with that. And maybe I'll speak from the lived experience of being a child that grew up with a mom and a dad.
It's one take B, where we have to do it twice. You need to get that on camera.
Hello. What's up? Where are we? What are we doing?
Hello, we are at UJ, Auckland Park, Bunting Road campus. We are here showcasing iPhone and our business. I didn't know there were white people here. I haven't been around in a long time.
So basically, the IT risk studying is more in the business.
Problem, then you want to overcome it, then you go to study Tuesday, try to figure out this is God, and then you set intentions around what you are trying to do as a self-awareness element, how to do this class, and then it doesn't come back, how to think.
New Year's resolution, what to go gym this year. And I want to gym. It's February, my sister. It's February.
In the subconscious mind, because everything that we are is already inside of us. How to be in solitude to be able to receive that answer, and then how to set intentions around where you are. A simple example: I got let go of my job not doing it. I'm on YouTube. I use a lot of pop culture, and there's a link to that. So it is the end of the day at the University of Johannesburg AMPD campus. So much fun with the children. We are officially signing out.
Also, today we are in London and we're here to celebrate my birthday because the Barbie's turning 22.
And we are showing this pink.
Hello, faking it through.
You look good, friend. Cheers. We are starting. So these chicken strips are good.
Which one do you like between the red or the green one?
This one tastes good.
good,
Mhm.
but you can't taste the chili. So I'm here for the chili, but it's good for the taste.
Okay, good.
The red one is the best in the cuisine,
Miss Chili.
and then we add additional chili because what are we about?
You trying to shit?
Gut cleanse.
Okay, good.
Every food you take in, gonna be able to get out with the quickness. It's good.
A few moments later.
So now the queen said she wants chili and now she can handle it.
I'm crying.
Because the chili is for me, honey.
Hot girl.
It's on the empty side of things.
Guess who's also here? The Ray. And also the birthday
The Barbie.
Get to eat them because we're already full. You guys know we are on that Ozempic. So this was some fake.
What are we gonna do? Carrot. Okay, I'm happy with carrots.
Healthy. Happy birthday, boo. This was me telling Takashi that you better have breakfast in the morning. And here was us cheersing to the great day we've just had. And of course, honey, can you pay the bill? The bill is here to be paid. And this is me doing my walk through, because you know I love being Naomi Campbell. You know this information. And of course, this is the end. I have to do my signature kiss and blow. And here's some of my looks this month. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.